Yes, sir.
So good morning, everyone, and this is our lecture number 2, and we are dealing with basic maths. As I told you in the previous class, mathematics is the language of physics. If physics has to talk, it can only talk in the language of mathematics. We saw an example as well. This was universal law of gravitation. Physics can get you to this position where you have a law, an equation, or a formula. But as soon as I write this formula becomes maths. And if this formula becomes maths, it can only be solved by maths. Mathematics is the universal language. In the previous class, we had seen how to solve simultaneous equation in one variable as well as two variables. Have you done practice for that? Can I have some raised hands from everyone that you know what I'm talking about? Do you know how to raise hands in the chat? Yes, that's it. Matri, Anu, you have raised hands. I'll give you a question to understand whether, just to give you a quick recap of what we had done. So let us solve this question quickly. Reminder of what we had done in the previous class. 2x plus 3y is 5. 5x minus 4y is 10. Can you solve these two simultaneous equations together and give me the value of x and y? I'll give you 2 minutes for everyone who has joined today. We have done just linear equation, nothing else. Give you 2 minutes to solve this question. I've told you my way of doing it. You know your way of doing it. Practice is what is going to make you perfect. The more you practice, the better you are going to become. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this. The time starts now. If you get the answer, you put it in the chat and let us then see who gets the right answer. 2 minutes. Now it is my time to do my stuff. How are you going to solve it? Well, there is a method of elimination. There is a method of substitution. You can do whatever. I will just do it by my way. I will use the method of elimination. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this equation by 5 and this equation by 2. Do we understand this? What I'm going to do? Multiply equation number 1 by 5. Multiply equation number 2 by 2. And then I'm going to subtract it. What will happen if I do that? This will become 10x. This will become 10x. This will also become 10x. And once I subtract, these things will be going away. Can I have some raised hands from everyone that we understand this? Multiplying equation number 1 by 5. Multiplying equation number 2 by 2. X will become 10 in both cases. And then I will subtract that. That will eliminate x from the equation. Jyoti, Mahendra, Varun, Vamshi, Saket, Rohit. Do we understand this? Zaid, Jahangir, Bhanu, Kaushik, Kartik. Great. So x will go away. This 5 multiplied by 3 will become 15. So I will have 15y from equation number 1. This 2 multiplied by 8, 4 will become 8. Minus 8 will become plus 8. So it will be plus 8y is equal to 5 multiplied by 5 will become 25. 2 multiplied by 10 will become 20. 25 minus 20 is 5. And that is the answer that I'm going to get. y is 5 by 23. That is the answer that I am getting. That is the answer that I am getting. You do a simple mistake. I think someone has done this mistake. Minus minus is plus. Well done, Maitri. Your answer was correct. But others who did not get the answer, probably they made a simple mistake. Remember, it is 15y minus minus 4y. Minus minus 8y. So they get added and not subtracted. That may be the reason for your answers. Now what you do, I'll put the value of y from here in this or equation number 2 and I will get the value of x. What will be the value of x? So let us find out. 2x plus 3 times 5 by 23 will equate 5. That becomes my equation number 1. 2x plus 15 by 23 is equal to 5. Then I go on to the next step. I will take this entire thing on the other side. So 2x will be equal to 5 minus 15 by 23. Do you all understand this? Can I have some raised hands? Then I just take the LCM. LCM would be 23. 23 multiplied by 5. How much is 23 multiplied by 5? 23 multiplied by 5 is how much? Tell me, someone. Small test, small question.
115.
115, that is correct, bacha. Good. So it is 115 minus 15 is equal to 2x. Then I move here. 2x becomes 100 by 23. So my x becomes 50 by 23. Do we understand this? Yes or no? No or yes? Can I have raised hands from everyone who have understood this? Everyone. Someone was asking me a question. I could not see it. Let me check. Jangiras. Sir, we have to multiply with any number. No, beta. You don't have to multiply. You cannot multiply it by any number. Remember, I am using the elimination method. I am using the elimination method. And in elimination method, I'll have to eliminate. What I'm going to do here is eliminate x. How do I eliminate x? How do I eliminate x? How do I eliminate x? I can eliminate x by making the coefficient of x same. In equation number 1, it is 2. In equation number 2, it is 5. So I take the LCM of 2 and 5. So I multiply equation number 2, equation number 1 by 5. You can remember it this way. In equation number 1, I have 2x. In equation number 2, I have 5x. Cross multiply. That means you multiply equation number 1 by 5 and you multiply equation number 5 by 2. Do we understand this? This is how you can find it out easily. Reverse. First equation, you multiply it by the coefficient of x in the second. Second equation, you multiply it by the coefficient in the first. Do we understand this? Can I have some raised hands from everyone that we understand this? This is how you find it out. This is how you find it out. It's not difficult. It's very easy. Everyone understands this. I should have all 24 people raising hands so that I understand that this point is clear to everyone. And that in the next question, I will get 25 answers. Wrong answers, right answer, doesn't matter. What matters is that you are trying. Will everyone try in the next question? Well done. That's more like it. Let me now take you to the next question. And the next question is here. I hope Everyone gives me the answer for this one. Question number 2, 3x plus 2y is 5. 5x minus y is 6. A very simple question. No matter how you do it, I want you to try it. Substitution, elimination, doesn't matter. Try is important. Your time starts now, and I hope all of you will try it. So that brings me to my thing. How do I solve it? And I've already always yes, Jahangir, well done. Abhilash is getting 1 and 1. Not a problem, Abhilash. Your answer is different. Sometimes difference matters. If you do the same thing that everyone is doing, you may not be doing the right thing. Well done. I'm getting different answers now. Answers matter. Difference doesn't. Saket is giving me 51 by 31. Let's see how to do it. I'm going to apply the method of elimination here. So as I told you, I'll multiply equation number 1 by 5. 5 is here, you see. And I multiply equation number 2 by 3. 3 is here. Do you all understand this? Varshita, well done. You got the answer as well. Well done. Trials matter. Varun, well done. Almost everyone has given me the answer. Well done. I'm very happy. So what happens when I do this? 3 into 5 becomes 15. 5 into 3 becomes 15. 3 into 5 also becomes 15. Then I subtract them. So x will go away. X goes away. Then I multiply 5 by 2y. 5 by 2y. 5 multiplied by 2y shall give me 10. Remember, if you are getting confused, just put a minus sign. Don't forget. It will be like this. Get full confidence first. Then you try something else. Now I multiply 3 by minus y. So it will be minus 3y. If you do it step by step like this, you will not make any mistake. Then I multiply 5 by 5. That's 25. I multiply 3 by 6. It's 18. Minus 18. And now, as you can see, it's pretty damn simple. 13y becomes 25 minus 8. I think is 7. My y becomes 7 by 13. Yes, Satyabham, that is correct. Y is 7 by 13. All of you got this answer. That means you have done almost 90% of the question correctly. Beta. Only 1% remains. Small thing remains. Just put the value of this in any one of the equation. I always put it in equation number 1. I don't know why. Just make this my routine. And it helps. So I'm just going to put it in equation number 1. How does equation number 1 look like? 3x plus 2 times y. 2 times y becomes 14 by 13 is equal to 5. I'll answer your questions once I'm done with the solution. Don't worry, beta. 3x plus 14 by 13. 2y is 14 by 13 is 5. So 3x, this thing will go on this side. I hope everyone understands this. So it will become minus 5 minus 14 by 13. Now I take the LCM. LCM is 13. 13 5s are 65. 65 minus 14 is equal to 3x. I hope everyone got this. So my 3x will become 65 minus 14 is 51. 51 by 13. Do we understand this? Yes or no? No or yes? Now I can easily find out the value of x. I will take 3 on the left hand side. 3 on the left hand side. And it will become, x will become 51 divided by 3 into 13. I can cut it. My answer would be 17 by 13. Do we understand this, everyone? How I've got this? Simple method of elimination. Nothing else I have done. All of you have done the same thing. How many of you got the answer correctly? Can I have raised hands from everyone? One last time. Jhangi, sir, beginning, how you got 10y, sir? It's simple, sir. Five multiplied by 2 is 10. 10y beta. Simple. Done nothing extraordinary. Do we understand this, everyone? Yes or no? No or yes?
Yes, sir.
Great. Great, everyone. Getting the answer. Great. So now, I'll give you one last for everyone to do it correctly. Everyone should be there with me on this. 2x minus 5y is equal to 1. 5x minus 3y is equal to 2. Can you solve this for me? I'll wait for your answers. Do it by any way. I've told you one way. I think that is simpler. But still, you can do it by substitution, not a problem. I'll give you a minute to do it. So, see my answer, my solution. I always do things in the same way. By doing things in a similar way, we become adept in doing it. There is a very good poem by one of Indian poets, Hindi poet, Kabir Das. Karat karat abhyas ke jarmati ho sujan. He basically says that if you keep on practicing the same thing over and over again, one day you will become master at that. How do I do this? Same step. Multiply this by 5. You see 5 here. Multiply this by 2. You see 2 here. Vivek is correcting his answers now. Okay, Vivek, not a problem. Then I subtract them. X will get cancelled. On the numerator side, we have 5 multiplied by minus 5. It is minus 25y minus, just write it like this so that you don't make a mistake. 2 multiplied by minus 3 is minus 6y. That should be equal to 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 5 minus 4. So what do I have? Minus 25y minus minus becomes plus 6y equates minus 1. No, plus 1. See, I also made a mistake. If you had made this mistake, your answer would be different. So I have minus 19y as 1, y as minus 1 by 19. So minus 1 by 19 is the answer I am getting. I hope I have done everything correctly. What do I do next? As I will leave to you, I will just put the value of y from here in this equation and you will get the value of x. I leave that to you. I know you can do it better than me. Now I would ask you, I'm lowering all hands. Now I would ask anyone from the class, if you have not understood what I have done, if you have any doubts, any query, please raise your hands. You can unmute yourself. Then I'll ask you to unmute yourself and ask your doubt.
No, sir.
If you don't have a doubt, just don't say no, sir. Vivek?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Vivek. Tell me what is the doubt.
Sir, actually, I have joined today only, sir, class.
Okay, so you have understood what is there in the class today? Multiply.
Yes, yes, sir. I understood, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
great.
sir,
Great.
how many days ago this class was started, sir?
We are only at one class. We only discussed linear equation. We have done the same again. Don't worry. You have
Okay,
not
sir.
missed anything. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else wants to ask any question, any doubt? Please raise your hands. I'll ask you to unmute. You can unmute and ask me your doubt. I'll wait for a minute to look for any raised hand. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting, all of you who got something different answers, you note down from the screen that you see. Well, I'm not getting any raised hand. That is a good sign. That means that you have understood what has been discussed so far. So what we have discussed so far are linear equations. Linear equations in two variables. Two variables means two unknowns, one x, one y, and we were trying to solve for the values of x and y. Now we'll move on our attention to what was the heading of this class today. We have almost finished up with the class and now started with what I was intending to start. Doesn't matter. We have lots of time right now. So let me now take your attention to the topic that we were supposed to start today, and we are starting it in any case. And the name of the topic is quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Now, I don't know whether you have heard that term or not. So I would ask you now, all those students who have heard this term quadratic equation, can they please raise their hands and let me know that we know it. If you have heard this term, you know about this term, you can raise your hands. If you don't know, not a worry, not a problem. I am here to help you out. Okay, so I'm seeing some raised hands. Maitri, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Maitri, tell me, what do you understand by a quadratic equation? Whatever you understand. Right, wrong, don't matter, don't worry. Whatever you understand. You hear the term quadratic equation,
The
what do you
power of the variable should be 2.
The power of the variable is 2. Well done, Maitri. Let me ask someone else. Akhil, can you unmute yourself, beta? Akhil? Can't. Okay. Bhumika, can you unmute yourself? I don't think Bhumika is getting me. Okay, Akhil has a mic problem, not an issue. Bhavani, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bhavani, what do you understand by quadratic equation, beta?
It has two zeros, alpha and beta.
It has two zeros, alpha and beta. Okay, that's a great insight, Bhavani. Thank you. Maitri had given us an insight that it has the power of the variable as 2. Very nice, very correct. Bhavani has given us a different perspective of the same thing. He says that two zeros, alpha and beta. Now, what do you understand by two zeros? All of them are correct. Degree of the equation. Vivek is now talking about more complicated terms. Degree of the equation. Oh, so many complicated terms. Don't worry, they are not complicated. Let us try to understand what do you mean by a linear equation and what do you mean by a quadratic equation with a very simple example. See, this was one of the equation, Bhanu. Yes, that is you are correct. You're giving me the example of a quadratic equation. Remember, whenever you write something in the chat, write it to everyone so that everyone can see. And I hope we'll be discussing class only and nothing else. What do you mean by a linear equation? Let us talk about a simple linear equation. 2x plus 3 is equal to 5. So very simple equation. No y, only x. This equation is known as, we have discussed it in the previous class. This equation is known as, can anyone tell me?
Linear equation.
Linear equation in what?
Linear
One
equation.
variable.
Yes, yes. I'm getting overlapped the voices, but that means that everyone is trying to talk and that is good. the more we interact, the better the class becomes. This is known as linear equation in one variable. Now, I give you a small task. Without using your pen and paper, can you tell me, calculating in your head, in your mind, can you tell me without using paper and pen, can you
Sir,
take
x equals to
what
1.
is the value of x?
X is equals to 1, sir.
X equals
X
to
is
1.
equal to 1. That is correct, beta. That is correct. So there are some things that you can calculate. Yes, Bhanu, in your mind. Use your mind. Your mind is quite sharper. When you write and do something, it takes a lot of time. First, your mind will understand this. Then your eyes will read it. Then your hands will write it. Then your eyes will again read it. Then your brain will process it. Close your eyes. Think about it. 5 is here, 3 is here. You take 3 this side. Calculate it in your mind. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2x is 2. So x is equal to 1. This is how you can calculate it very fast, Kaushik. In your head, in your head, in your head. Do we all agree on this? Can I have some raise hands from everyone that we we agree on this? We can do this in our head. How many of you can do this in your head? Please raise your hands. Simple things. Nothing complicated. It's very simple things. Oh, wow. So many people could do them in their head. You are really very sharp. I must tell you, if you can do this thing in your head like this, you are very sharp. Well done, beta. Well done. So this is linear equation in one variable. Now, if you look at this x, it may be 2x, 5x, 10x, 5 by 3x, 10 by 3x. But x, the power of this variable x is 1. Now, what do you mean by 1 power? If I write,
Sir, the degree of x is 1, sir.
yes, that is the power of x, the maximum power of x. If I write this as x, the power of x is 1. If I write it out like this, x raised to the power 2, the power of x is 2. X raised to the power 3, we call it x cube, power is 3, and so on. So if I have x and it is raised to the power n, this n is known as the power. Now instead of calling it the power of x, I am going to call it as degree of the equation. So I'm just using a different term for power. I am using it as degree. Do we understand this? Power we all know. Power we have always heard about. So instead of calling it power of x, we call it degree. So if I write an equation such a way that the maximum power of x, maximum, not the minimum, the maximum power of the variable, when I say variable, I mean x, y, z, whatever. The maximum power of the variable is 2. Then that equation, if the maximum power is 1, here the maximum power is 1, that equation is known as linear equation. The maximum power of variable, when I say power, I mean this, or degree. Maximum power or degree of the variable is 2. Then the equation is known as quadratic equation. Can I have raised hands from everyone who have understood this? You will have to note this down as well so that you don't forget it once you have understood this. Raise hands from everyone that we have understood this. Bhagyavati, Revant, Varshita, Vamshi. I hope you have understood this beta. Please raise your hands. Rohit, Nishant, Zaid, Jangir, Kartik, Satyabham, Chintu. And we have raised hands from everyone beta. Great. The maximum power of the variable is 2, then the equation becomes quadratic. If it is 3, don't have to do it. It's known as cubical,
Cubic polynomial.
cubic polynomial. These are all basically polynomials. The general category of any equation of this type is polynomial. Do we understand this? We don't have to get too much into maths. I am only concerned with the degree of equation and quadratic equation. Now remember, when the maximum power is 2, the maximum power is 2, quadratic equation. Here, in linear equation, the maximum power was 1. The value of x was also, there was only one value of x. We got only one value of x. Do we understand this? The value of x. We got only one value of x. And in this case, the value of x was also 1. So for a linear equation, we call there is only one solution. A linear equation only has one solution. When I say solution, I mean how many answers we are going to get. How many values of x are you going to get? For a linear equation, there is only one solution or one answer. Do we understand this, or it is getting too tough for you to understand? 2x plus 3 is 5. You only get one value of x. That is 1. Do we understand this? And I have raised hands from everyone. I'm lowering all hands. For a linear equation, you'll only get one answer, one value of x. Only 5 people have understood this. What about the others? Mahendra, Revan, Vamshi, Rohit, Rajesh, Zayed, Saifuddin, Jahangir. Where are you, beta? Joshik, Bhagyavati, Bhavani. For linear equation, we only get one answer, one solution, one value of x. Now let us see what happens with the quadratic equation. Let us see a very simple example. Let us say I have an equation x square is 4. X square is 4. Now I ask you, what type of equation is this?
Sir,
Is it-
quadratic equation.
Quadratic equation.
It's a quadratic equation. It's a quadratic equation. Yes, it's a quadratic equation. Yes, it's a quadratic equation. Now
Yes,
I
sir.
ask you, what is the value of x?
Sir, 2.
2,
Two,
sir.
sir.
What is the value of x?
2, sir.
So,
2, sir.
How many values of x? Only one value, which is 2?
Yes, sir.
1 value.
Yes.
Most of the 2, sir.
No,
Sir, 1 value.
no. Anu is saying the right answer. No.
Sir, most of the 2, sir.
If I have a quadratic equation, you will have two values or two answers. Two values, two answers. Yes, Kalyan. Or two solutions. So remember, if
Sir,
the
-2 minus +2, sir.
yes, two values you will get. Remember that. Remember that. For a quadratic equation, yes, Varshita, welcome to the class. Great. You're also participating now. You'll get two values. For a cubical equation, you will get three values. For an equation with power 4, you will get four values. For the equation with power 5, you will get 5 values. Is it clear to everyone in the class? Please raise your hands and let me know. Yes, sir, we understand this. Linear equation, only one value, one answer. Quadratic 2, cubical 3, h to the power 4, and so on, so on, so on, so on. Now the question is, what is the answer for this one? Everyone understands this.
Sir, 2, -2, sir.
The x will be equal to root over 4. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Square is here. If I take that thing on the other side, it will become root. Now, root
Yes,
of
sir.
4
Sir,
will be
plus or
plus
minus root 4,
or
sir.
minus 2.
Sir,
Because if I take the square of plus 2, it is also 4. If I take the square of minus 2, it is also 4. Do we understand this? That
Yes, sir.
this question has two values, two answers. Do we understand this?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a simple question again now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, last question for today. Do we understand that a quadratic equation has two values? Yes or no? No or yes?
yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, let me mute all of you because I'm getting noises. I'm muting.
X value is 2, sir.
X value 2, sir.
X value 2,
Okay,
sir.
sorry, my voice became muted. X cube is 8. X cube is
X
8.
is equals to 2.
What type of equation is this? First answer me this. What type of equation is
Cubic-
this?
Cubic
Cubic-
equation. Cubic equation.
How many equation? How many roots it should have?
3, sir. But we
Three,
have
sir.
only one.
3, sir.
It should have 3 values. Now tell me what is the answer.
X is equals to 2, sir.
X is equals to 2, sir.
But that is
All
only
three
one.
values are only 2, sir.
No, it has 3 roots. The first root is 2. The second root is also 2, and the third root is also 2. So it has 3 equal roots. Do we understand this?
Yes, sir.
It has 3 equal roots. Do we understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please raise your hands to let me know that we understand this, sir. Even though it looks 1, it is 3 roots. A quadratic equation always has 2 roots. A cubical equation always has 3 roots. A fourth power wala equation will have 4 roots. Let me give you a very simple example here right now. Right now, I'll give you an example. Question number 3. X raised to the power 4 is 16. Can you now give me the answer for what is the
4
value?
values are 2, sir.
Sir,
Answer
two,
is
sir.
2.
What is the value? What is the value? What is the value of X?
2.
What is the value of
Two,
X?
sir.
What is the value of X? What is the value of X? No, I'm not getting the correct answers.
2 plus 2
I'm not
minus
getting the
2.
correct answers. I'm not getting the correct answers. How many? I'm not getting the correct answers.
2.
2.
X raised to the power 4 is 16.
2, 4, 8.
4, sir.
What is the answer? How many roots it should have?
Sir,
Next
4
one minus
4,
2.
sir.
So you should
4.
tell me full answers. You should tell me 4 answers.
Yes, sir.
2, 4, 8.
2
Varshita,
and minus
give
2.
me the correct answer. The first answer is plus 2. The second answer is minus 2. The third answer is plus 2. And the fourth answer is minus 2. So it has 2 sets of 2 equal roots. Do we understand this? So how do you find it out? This is root of 4. Ah, not root of 4. It is root of 16. So I'll have to take first root of 16. That is 4. I can't take minus 4. Then again, I will take it as root of 4. That will be 2. But remember, it will be plus minus 2. But again, it will be plus minus 2 because it has to have 4 roots. Do we understand this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what we have done today, we have understood what do you mean by linear equation. A linear equation, the maximum power, maximum degree is 1. You only have 1 answer. For a quadratic equation, maximum power is 2. You have 2 answers. For a cubical equation, you have 3 answers. They may be same, they may be different. In the next class, we'll go ahead and look for more examples. We'll not be solving cubical equation because that is not required. We'll only be concentrating on solving the quadratic ones, which is what we require. So I'll meet you in the next class. Till then, I hope you have enjoyed the class. Take care, everyone. If you have any doubts, I'm always here to help you out. Take care. Have a nice day, everyone.